Good morning. This is Dr. Shanmukra, lecturer in commerce. We deal with the module 1, lesson 1.11. This is the last topic of this module. Okay, buyback of shares. Okay, buyback of shares. The Companies Act 2013 amendment permits the companies to buy back its own shares in certain circumstances subject to the rules and regulations laid down is known as buyback of shares. That means in the before the companies whatever the Companies Act 1956 or earlier Companies Act, once the investor that means the shareholder, once they can be invested, they cannot be get back that money from the company. They may be get back their money from the stock market. They may be sold to another person, transferred to another person, but the company may not be give back. So, but according to the 2013 Companies Act, it can be providing that facility, buyback of shares, that facility it can be provided. The repurchase of outstanding shares by a company in order to reduce the number of shares still available or eliminate any threats by shareholders who may be looking for controlling the stake. So, it is whatever the buyback reasons is it repurchase or outstanding shares of the company in order to reducing the number of shares still available or eliminate any threat by shareholders who may be looking for the controlling the stake. So, in such a case we can be doing this. Next, buyback of procedures, purchase through bid or the tenders. It can be invited from the public or purchase in the open market. These are the two options. It is also be taken by purchase of open market. It is very easy thing to whatever the directly purchasing from the stock market, whatever the available rate, it can be coded based on that listed rates we can be purchased. The purchase for whatever the through bids or the tenders is the another things. Next, we can be discussing about the provisions of the Companies Act 2013 regarding to the buyback of shares we can be discussed. Okay. So, the provisions of the Companies Act 2013, it can be providing the provisions, whatever the provisions it can be displayed, 9 provisions are there. Section 68 of the Companies Act can be buyback of their own shares or the securities. It is the one provision it can be made. Preliminary conditions, whatever the preliminary conditions are there, it is also be influencing. Preliminary conditions means authentication for articles of association, they must be given the authentication for buyback of shares, or the special resolution we can be passed like that certain special part of the preliminaries also be take place. Explanatory statements they can be given whatever the regarding to the buyback of shares, and solvency declaration also be submitted for buyback of shares. Extinguishment of certificates, no further issues till 6 months. That means once we can be buyback of shares, we cannot be reissuing the shares within the 6 months. Okay. Once we can be buyback of the shares, another way we can be issuing the shares, it is the wrong concept, it can be shown to the public. Because of that, once we can be buyback of the shares up to 6 months, we cannot be issuing the shares or raising the capital in any form. Next, registration to be maintained, registration for maintaining this whatever the doing this process we can be maintained, and the returns of the buyback of shares or the declaration also be we can be shown, and punishments for the defaulters we also be provided in the whatever the provisions of Companies Act 2013. Now we can be discussing about the each and every one. So, as per the provisions, first one is section 68 of the Companies Act can be buyback of their own shares or the securities from their free securities, from their free reserves. The security premium reserves are the proceeds of the issues of any shares or other specified securities. So they may be buyback of shares in terms of the free reserves are available in the companies or the security premium reserve account. So from these are sometimes they may be proceed to whatever the issue of the any shares or other specified securities by which it may be buyback of shares. Okay, it is mentioned in the under section 68. Comes to the preliminary conditions. Preliminary conditions, first one is authorized by the articles. Articles of association must be given the authorization. Unless otherwise they may be given the special resolution passed in the annual general meeting, and they can be taking that. That means to buyback is 10% or less of the total paid up capital from the free reserves of the company. 10% or less than total paid up capital of the from free reserves. Such buyback has been authorized by the board by means of resolution passed at its meeting. Next, percentage of a buyback of shares. Buyback of shares is 25% or less is of the aggregate of the paid up capital and free reserves of the company. Ratio of the debt and equity ratio 2:1. The full paid up share capital, they must be fully paid up shares only we can be buyback. Partially we paid up shares we cannot be buyback, they cannot be allowed to buy back. Next, forms of whatever the from whom the existing shareholders or the security shareholders on the proportionate basis or from open market or by purchasing the securities issued the employees of the company pursuant to the schemes of the stock options in the sweat equity. So from whom we can be purchasing the shares, from the existing shareholders proportionately or the open market, or purchasing the securities are issued to the employees or the sweated whatever the securities or the sweated equity shares, it is also we may be buyback. Next, utilization of the share of securities. As per the rules may be prescribed, the share capital and debentures rules 2014, it can be mentioned. Next, time limits. Within 12 months from the date of special resolutions passed or the board resolutions, we must be buyback of shares. We cannot be take the more time. And comes to the explanatory statements. What are the statements are required? A full or complete disclosure of all material facts and necessary of the buyback. Next, class of shares of the securities intended to purchased under the buyback of shares, the amount to be invested under the buyback of the shares, the time for completion of the buyback of the shares, and the date of the meeting at which the proposals of the buyback was approved, the number of securities that the company processed to buyback of the shares, the methods to be adopted to buyback of the shares, the basis of arriving at the buyback of the what are the prices, the maximum amount to be paid for the buyback of the source of the fund from which the buyers would be financed and the shareholders. So these are the explanatory statements also be required. Now we can be discussing about the solvency declaration and whatever the other certificates what it can be required. Solvency declaration, before such buyback of shares, the file with the registers of the companies, they must be declaration whatever the solvency signed by the at least 2 directors of the company, one of whom shall be the managing director. Certificate, the company shall extinguish the physically destroy the shares or the securities to bought back within the 7 days of the last date of the completion of the buyback of shares. Once we can be buyback of the shares of the company buyback of the shares, those shares after completion of the process within 7 days we must be destroyed. No further issues still 6 months. That means once we can be raising the capital from the whatever the buyback of the shares, next we cannot be raise the capital within the 6 months for further what things. So, it is also be next registers to be maintained for all those activities according to the buyback of shares. Returns of the buyback or the declarations okay, we also be submitted, and furnished for any other defaults it is arises in the company. So, these are the whatever the provisions available in the Companies Act 2000, whatever that mean. What are the advantages of the buyback of shares? We can be discussed now. It is the alternative mode of reducing the capital without requiring approval of the court. Without approaching the court, we can be reducing the capital by doing this what are the buyback of the shares. It is the one advantage. Buyback improves the earnings per share. Buyback, it is also be increasing the earning per share. Number of shares are increases, the per whatever the earning per share EPS it can be decreases. If number is decreases, even though the earning is the same, the number it can be decreases, automatically EPS it can be increases. So, it is also be improve the earning per share. It is improve the return on capital, return on net worth to enhance the long term shareholders value. Return on capital also be increases. We can be receiving a maximum amount yield from that company, that organization. But the capital is increases, if capital is more, the percentage automatically it can be decreases, return on capital it can be decreases. Instead of that, if you are buyback of the shares, the capital it can be decreases. Once capital is decreases, automatically return is the same amount, the percentage it can be increases, return on investment it can be increases. In the long run, it is very much useful. That means it can be increasing the goodwill of the company, and there is a whatever the good whatever the signed to the shareholders in the stock markets and the future what are the transactions. Buyback of shares provides the capital appreciation to investors which may otherwise be not available. Buyback of the shares provide the capital appreciation. It can be increasing. That means within the funds available in the companies, they can be buyback of the shares without investing any single pie. These people's whatever the existing shareholders, whatever the value it can be increases. So, it is also be provide the capital appreciation of the investors to investors. It is also be that means the another way to whatever the increasing the whatever the appreciation of the capital. The buyback of shares enhancing the consideration of the stakes in the company. Buyback of the shares enhance the consolidation of the stake. That means they can be consolidated. That means they can be compressing, or they can be decreasing the whatever the things. Numbers it can be decreases. Volume it can be decreases. But the amount of the profitability it can be increases by way of, even though they can be earning the same amount of the profit. It prevents unwelcome takeover bids. Sometimes they also be unwelcome bids, they also be taken into account, and automatically it may be our whatever the companies it can be controlled by the another people. So, that type of things we can be prevented by way of whatever the doing this whatever the buyback of shares. Under buyback of shares of the companies, returns surplus cash to the shareholders. Under buyback of the company's returns, surplus cash to the shareholders. So, surplus cash we can be given to the shareholders, whatever the cash it can be available in our company, in our organization, that is we can be unnecessarily whatever the dead investments we can be discharging, and automatically it can be effectively utilizing the current assets by whatever the capitalization. So, that means it comes to the whatever the, it is help to the achieve the optimum capital structure. That means how much of the capital it is required, how much the optimum capital structure. effective utilization of the capital, that means what extent it is required, that extent we can be useful, that extent we can be retained in our company, in excess of that we can be simply reducing or we can be whatever the removing from that. So, automatically it can be maintaining the optimum capital structure, it is effectively utilizing every paisa we can be effectively utilizing. Unnecessarily we cannot be invested in the current assets and waste whatever the investment, excess of investment in the current assets, we cannot be get back any return from that. So, we also be using like that by optimum capital, making the optimum capital structure. Next one is buyback of shares, whatever the price during the period of slag period market conditions. Buyback of support the share prices when the slag whatever the market conditions, markets are very slow, the buyback of shares price, it can be increasing the net worth, it is also be whatever the protecting to that. Buyback of shares in a single whatever the signal to the market that shares are undervalued. Buyback of shares, it is also signal to the market the shares are undervalued. So, these are the what are the advantages of the whatever the buyback of shares. Next we can be discussing about the accounting treatment regarding to the buyback of shares. How we can be doing the accounting treatment, we can be discussed now. What are the journal entries we can be passed, how do we can be using, we can be discussed. Now comes to the accounting treatment of buyback of shares. When the investors are sold to the buyback, bank account data to investment account. When the investments are available, the company, the excess of the funds, they may be invested in the another companies or the another securities. Those shares whenever we can be sold the investments, so cash is come back, investments are goes out, bank account data to investment account. When the fresh issue of the securities or the debentures are issued for buyback of shares, for buyback of shares, we may be issuing the securities or the debentures. In such a case, we may be write the entry like this: bank account data to securities or the investment account, or to debentures account, to share security premium reserve account if it is issued at a premium. When equity shares are bought under the buyback, whenever we can be bought the buyback of shares, equity shares, then we can be passing the entries, that means equity shareholders account data to bank account. We can be pay the amount to the shareholders, cash is goes out, the shareholders are whatever the debited. When the shares are bought back or cancelled, share equity share capital account data, free reserve or the security reserve or the premium account data to equity shareholders or the capital reserve account. So, next one is whatever the we can be discussing when the transfer of nominal value of the shares purchased out of the free reserves or the security premium to the capital reserve. So, the free reserves account debtor or the security premium reserves account debtor to capital redemption reserve account. When the expenses are incurred to buyback of the shares, buyback of expenses account debtor to bank account. When the buyback of expenses transfer to profit and loss account debtor to buyback of shares, buyback expenses account. So, these are the accounting treatments, whatever the journal entries we can be passed, we can be discussed here. Now, we can be discussing about the one problem regarding to the buyback of shares. Okay, please see. So, the balance sheet of XYZ Limited on 31st/12/2019 are as follows. 8 lakh equity shares at the rate of 10 rupees, general reserve 72 lakhs, security premium reserve 8 lakhs, profit and loss account 1,50,000, and 10% debentures, current liabilities. Okay. Asset side comes to the asset side. Fixed assets 80 lakhs, current assets, stock in trade 48 lakhs, sundry debtors 40 lakhs and bank balance 72 lakhs. Total 2 crore 40 lakhs. It was decided in the meeting of the shareholders to buy back 20% of the equity shares at the 12 rupees per share. Actually, as per the balance sheet, the share value of the per share is 10 rupees, but we can be buy back 12 rupees. That means 2 rupees for at the time of the purchasing we can be offered as a premium. So, and second point, to utilize general reserve for buyback of shares. For buyback of shares, we can be using the general reserve. General reserve is 72 lakhs, it can be available, out of which we can be using the buyback of shares, whatever the value. So, to utilizing the security premium reserve for premium payable on buyback of the shares, whatever the premium we can be paid, 2 rupees excess, actually 10 rupees value share we can be buyback at 12 rupees, 2 rupees is the premium we can be offered. That 2 rupees we can be made from the security premium reserve account. So, pass the necessary journal entries and drop the balance sheet after the above transactions. These are we can be discussed. Okay, before we can be concluding this, the same we can be solve this problem on the board. You comes to the board, we can be solve that problem. Okay, comes to this, whatever the first problem, the company they can be decided to forfeit the buyback of the shares, 20% of the shares they can be buyback. That means existing 8 lakh shares are there, out of which 20% means how much? Total buyback of shares is 8 lakhs into 20%. That means 1,60,000 shares are buyback. Number of shares is 1,60,000 shares. Okay, out of the nominal value of the 1,60,000 shares is 1,60,000 into 10 rupees. That is 16 lakh rupees are required for buyback of shares for the nominal value. That amount we must be made from the general reserve. It is also be specified in the second point. Okay, out of which 16 lakhs we can be made from the general reserve. And additional 2 rupees we can be given as a premium for buyback of the at the time of the buyback of the shares. That premium we can be using from the whatever the security reserves premium reserve account. How much of the amount? Per share is 2 rupees, 1,60,000 shares into 2 rupees. That means total 3,20,000 rupees we can be what are the meet from the security premium reserve account. This is the general reserve account. We can be passing the journal entries for the general whatever the for redemption of the shares, general reserve account debtor 16 lakhs, 1,60,000 shares into 10 rupees to capital redemption reserve account 16 lakhs. Okay, the general reserve it is using for buyback of the shares. Okay, comes to the whatever the shares we can be transferred to shareholders. Equity share capital account debtor 16 lakhs, security premium reserve account debtor 3,20,000. That means we can be given 2 rupees premium on every share. 1,60,000 shares into 2 rupees premium and 3,60,000. Equity share capital account debtor 16 lakhs, security premium reserve account debtor 3,20,000 to equity shareholders account to 19,20,000. That means share capital transfer to shareholders account. Now we can be pay the shareholders. So shareholders account debtor 9,20,000 to bank account 9,20,000. So these are the entries we can be passed in the books. What is the balance sheet? How do we can be prepare a balance sheet? Balance sheet pro forma we know. First, whatever the equity and whatever the liabilities. One way in the liability side and asset side, the total assets and equity and liabilities. And equity and liabilities again divided into the 3 points, main points: shareholder funds, non-current liabilities and current liabilities. 3 parts we can be prepared. So in the shareholder funds again 2 parts are there, 2 points are there. One is share capital and reserves and surplus. What is the share capital? Actually 8 lakh shares are there. Out of 8 lakh shares, 1,60,000 shares are buyback, and the remaining shares, how many shares are available? 6,40,000 shares or equity shares are available at the rate of 10 rupees each, that is 64 lakh rupees. Okay. Comes to the reserves and surplus. General reserve actually 72 lakhs are there, out of which we can be whatever the buyback of shares purpose we can be using general reserve 16 lakhs. That means 72 lakhs minus 16 lakhs equals to 56 lakhs is the final balance. Next comes to the security premium reserve. 8 lakhs is there, out of which at the time of buyback of shares we can be given the premium 2 rupees premium, that amount is 3,20,000 rupees we can be given. That means the balance is 4,80,000. And capital redemption reserve account. So general reserve account transfer to capital reserve, from that capital reserve redemption we can be using. So that amount is 16 lakh rupees. Comes to non-current liabilities, 10% debentures. Non-current liabilities again divided into 2 types: secured liabilities, unsecured. So this is the secured liability. So 10% is the debentures. 10% debentures is 40 lakh rupees and current liabilities is the 40 lakh rupees. So the total liability is 2 crores 20 lakhs 80,000 rupees. Comes to the assets. And the asset side, non-current assets. Okay, current assets, non-current assets, fixed assets. Fixed assets, and that means tangible or intangible assets also be included. So the total fixed assets is 80 lakhs. Now comes to the current assets. Total current assets, of which stock in trade is 48 lakhs, sundry debtors is 40 lakhs, and bank balance is 72 lakhs. Out of 72 lakh rupees, we can be whatever the paying the equity shareholders 19,20,000 for buyback of shares. So we can be deducting 19,20,000 rupees from the 72 lakhs. So the remaining balance is 52,80,000. So the total assets is 2,80,000. So total assets is 2 crores 20,80,000. Total assets and liabilities also be 2 crores 20 lakhs 80,000. Like this we can be prepared a whatever the problem. Like that we can be solving these problems. Okay, thank you.